Tanse ki tuam kawapam nawao. Bonjour. Nitsika sun Susan Sinclair ostila bears mina sikati miss ako akpiu sage gane mina mi got to my week yan miss kuchiwa stege Beaver Hills Lodge. Iwi snamagi yan umuta labole mitimapwe egwa pakwisagan egwa minali beisikati. Today, my name is Susan Sinclair. I'm from Green Lake, Saskatchewan. I reside in Edmonton, Alberta, or Beaver Hills Lodge. Today, I'm going to share with you making le bolet soup or bullet soup, as we all know it, and some bannock or libe. I'm just going to introduce you to some of the words. I'm going to walk around and show you the vocabulary that I have written down. Lapla, I'll just start this over. We apatita ya a bowl. Lapla isikatik in michif. Iguapusiska oyagan in Cree. Igomina we nawatia oma lebole or bullet soup. We're going to cook bullet soup or lebole. We are going to mix and stir taguashta or tawaipaha. We're going to use water, lidelo, and wanipi. We're going to use milk, liddelet, tortusapwe. We're going to use potatoes. Today we're going to use 2, so that's why I did it like this. Lapatak or lapatagwa, which is more than 1. And in Cree, it's askipwawa. We are going to use 1 onion, so that's why I just put 1 onion. Lisayon. We are going to use meat. Wias. The kind of meat we're going to use is hamburger. Iye shikeputukik wias. Iye shikoputik wias. We're also going to use some salt, sel, or siwitagan. We're going to use sugar, which means sugao in Michif, and in Cree, siwinigan. We're going to stir. This is just another way to do it. Tiha, iwi tihamak, or tiwipaha. When we're making our bannock, we're going to be using flour, lafarin, in Michif, pahwisigan in flour in Cree. When we are mixing our stuff, we are going to be using lakoyer, which is a spoon in Michif, and in Cree it's imihkwan. When we are frying our lagalet or libe, we're going to use a lapuel, which is in Michif, and sasikihkwan is our frying pan. When we're putting all the ingredients together, we're going to make a soup. And in Michif, it's la soup, and in Cree, it's mitimapwe. So when we're frying our libe or our lagalet, we're going to be frying it in lard, and I chose to use oil today. So the Cree word for that in Michif is the way I learned is pimi. Fried in lard or oil, it's kanawatsi pimi. Kanawatsi pimeh. So we're frying it in oil today. And I'm going to be cutting it into pieces, and we mansa or mansaman. And then we're going to be cooking on a stove today, la puel or kutawanapisk. La puel is in Michif and kutawanapisk is in Cree. And we're going to be cooking our soup in a pot. In Michif, it's leshadro, and in Cree, it's askik. When we are baking our bannock, we are going to use baking powder, pihkasigan. When we are baking or cooking, the word for baking and cooking in Michif is nawatsi, and for cooking is pinawaso. Nawatsi igwa pinawaso. Then we are making lagalet, which means bannock in Michif, or ligalet or lagalet. And in Cree, it's pahquisigan. When I am cutting, I'm going to be using a knife. And in Michif, it's lekatu, and in Cree, it's muhkuman. Hope that helps you understand everything that we're going to be doing. And those are the words I will be using. Okay. Kamatitano, umuta uyapatitaya, egua isikatik lapla. Umuta ego mina pusiskau uyagan lapla. Iguawa lafarin ego pahquisigan. So we're going to put wiastayan uma la fleur lafarin pahquisigan uta we pustiskaman. Piakpugo uma minih kwatigan wiapatihtayan lafarin utastan. Egua pihkasigan uma isikatik pihkasigan imihkwan nisto piak niso nesto igoma sugau siwinigan piakpego piak umuta ilsel siwitagan piakpugo yastayan itihaman nikomina na astan piakpugo nipi piak igoma pimi piak minihkwatigan pugo yastayan. Tapahta kakiokiwe. Look at these. Iguawa imihkwanis na taiway paha uma lafarin. I'm stirring the flour and the ingredients. Kakiokiwe. Eguminawa Apsis kogo tu sapue omuta kasikati wa delet le delet we astayan apsis pogo, just a smidge of milk. So this is all mixed up. Asin disitan. Okay. So now we're going to prepare our frying pan. We have patsa hakawa, the electric frying pan, so I don't have grease all over the place. So la puel iguasa si kihkwan. We have patihaya. This is it. So I'm gonna pour the oil in. Pimi yasta yan muta la puel sa sistigan. Probably about 2 cups because we've got to fry the banana. As you can see, this is all done. So now we'll just wait for that oil to heat up. And then we will start now making our bullet soup. La bullet. Nitima pues la soup. Nisa yo. We mansaman. Oh, I better be smart. Muhkaman we mansaman o ma skipawa higwa. So we're peeling the potato. Piak niso lapatagua. Piak niso askipawa. Igoma. Shikipotik Uyas. This is your hamburger. Higi shikipotik Uyas. Newe astan ota lashadro. Egomena aske. Nastan apsis nipi. Lidelo. Lisa yon. Uma. We mansaman uma Lisa yon. Kiwa partin Lisa yon. We mansaman Lisa yon oste. Muhkomanis si bomena likotu. Likotu. So as the hamburger is going into pieces, I'm gonna cut up our potatoes. Naman sino he askipuaw. Ego may na lapatak. Piakaw ma iwan mansaman. Nisto mana kaka pimnawasin kay kawan gisk sino ma. Kaya suge. Kihte yak mana. Hige pimnawasu chikum sise. Megomina wihka sinoma lebole la soup. A long time ago, our ancestors or our old people used to cook like this. And this bullet soup was a staple. And it tastes so good. I have fond memories. Kunas kaya sis no kumkidu. My grandmother Kidu used to always make this. Higomina Helen. So needless to say, this is still a staple in our house. Umai shikipotik uyas. Uta astik. Lashadro. Umuta. I shikipotik uyas. Aski. So part of the trick is letting this fat boil off so it's not so greasy. Otherwise you'll have a greasy soup and we don't want that. I like cooking. That's one of the things we did. What? Niastan uhe Skipo awa igual lapata guahi tapata. We astayano muta. Skik lashadro. I'm adding the potatoes into the pot. Egomina lizayon. Egomina this one. This one. See, we tagan. You always have to add a little bit of salt for flavor. And then you add the rest of your water. And it looks like our pot's ready to go so that we can do our bannock right away. We're doing wonderful today. Yes, Diana, ma. Nipi. So we'll leave that and it'll just cook on its own and it doesn't take very long. And then we'll add some flour, lafarin, and that's how you thicken it up to make it bullet soup. And it's yummy. So I'm just gonna leave that and we're gonna go to the bannock now. I'm leaving the soup to go and finish making the bannock is what I just said. So right now it's just cooking. So we're gonna move from that to over here. We are parchment. I'm gonna use some parchment paper. We are mistisak. Astisak. I'm using gloves because I don't like to touch food too much. Here's our dough. So you gotta knead it. Okay, oil's good to go. Umita mukaman. Naman sa awa pahuisigan. Libe. Lagalet. So that's going into the awa lagalet. I'm going to cook the awa lagalet. And then when that's done, because it's fried bread, we call it libe. Libe. Ego mitzima pues isikati. La soup, le bolet, la soup, bullet soup. Egua niwixtin. I love this bullet soup. You got isikaya komuta mitzima pues le bolet la soup. It should be done in about 10 minutes. So here's one finished sample of libe. Libe. Piak ni so libe. Or lagalet. Piak ni so lagaleta. Ase gisitano. Ohe. Mitsuinsa. We are finished cooking our soup and making our bannock today. I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. Susan Sinclair. I'm Susan Sinclair from Green Lake, Saskatchewan, which I told you in Cree as well as Michif. This is the fried bannock. Le bolet, bullet soup, or mitimapwe.